Things. I think first of all, we have to recognize that whether we're here or whether we're in our like ancestral islands, culture changes. And so giving space for that, you know, with the younger people, with the next generation, it's not going to be the same, you know, as their parents or grandparents. And it wouldn't have been the same even if people stayed in the island. So I think creating space for that change and that creativity and being okay with it. But I think another thing is, you know, what are the opportunities that young people have to learn the cultural knowledge, the skills, the kind of, you know, language acquisition. And so, you know, you have this in my own family, you have in lots of families where, you know, the young people do something wrong and, you know, don't know why they did something wrong, but then they'll get scolded, you know, and or made fun of or something like that from the older generation. Well, if they didn't know, that's because they didn't have the opportunity to learn.
So for me, I see Polyfest as like an opportunity to reclaim what was kind of taken from us. And for anyone who doesn't have the opportunity to learn their culture at home, they can learn it in school or from their friends. My papa immigrated over here in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, time of like the dawn raids and stuff. And my papa wanted to make his kids' life easier. So since they were already like part white, he didn't see being Samoan as like something that would get you like good opportunities here in New Zealand. So none of my dad's siblings or my dad can speak fluent Samoan because they were afraid to learn their culture and embrace it. I feel like since I don't know my language, being able to connect to my culture through like dance and like costuming and like creative arts and stuff, it's like a step in the right direction for me, because everyone has like their own personal journey with how they go about learning about their culture and stuff if you're not that familiar with it. And for me, like dancing in a group or dancing on my own or learning how to like make cultural stuff, it really helped me on that personal path to kind of claim my culture, one of my cultures. So Polyfest was a part of that journey for me, like learning my language and learning to love myself and learning to love my culture. because it was like a hard thing when I was younger. So I'm kind of really happy with where I am right now.
Just being in New Zealand, we are really deprived of what we could learn being in the islands, and so through our siva, through the words that we learned, we really were able to just tap into that importance of our culture. It's a village. It takes a village, and over the course of over a month, we worked really hard to get onto that stage, not only to perform but to create a bond and to really just gel together. Mr. Tapu forced me to be in the Samoan group this year, and for people who know me well, I grew up very plastic, so I really looked down on myself, and I thought that I just couldn't siva, I couldn't meet the expectation of Polyfest, but Sir saw that potential in me, and he made me a leader and made me just take up that role. It really helped me to see that my culture is embedded in me, it's not a choice. Yeah, I actually went to Samoa for the first time this year, and I saw really what culture is about. It's not just something that I say that I am, it's an identity. And the girls that I met this year and got to connect with, they are my family, they are part of my village, they are my culture.
I came to New Zealand in 1970. The prevalent thought and idea of thinking then was to learn English, because that was the only way that you can get by in this dominant Parangi world, the context of the New Zealand society. It is now the opposite. 20, 30 years later, people are beginning to learn their ethnic languages to go in partnership with the skills that you learn from the Parangi world. Polyfest is important because it gives the students, especially of secondary level, an opportunity to learn songs, dances, different items to do with their culture. Young people, it would perhaps be the nearest thing to Samoan culture, for instance, to be involved in that on a personal level. It is important. I mean, young people growing up, learning different things about their cultures, dance amongst them. It certainly has a place in learning who and what you are in your Pacific role, as your Pacific identity. That's why it's very, very important.
Culture is all around us. And so, if you're somebody who's growing up here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, this is your culture, right? It includes lots of different influences, which is not just your, heritage, island nation. So what you know is going to reflect what you're surrounded by.